most difficult thing about the training, probably for me, is the amount of time that I've had to devote to it. It's a challenge for me personally because I have a child, to spend literally hours and hours a week training. When I have a 7-year-old at home who's kind of wants mom to be with her.
There we go.
Adelaide is by far my biggest cheerleader. She's really proud of her. She calls me her skinny mommy now. I don't know how to adequately express how supportive she's been. For her to be as supportive as she has is pretty incredible. When in her 7-year-old heart, really the only thing she cares about is that mom's home with her.
Yeah!
I know you won't remember everybody, but I want to introduce you. This is my grandma Esther. She's who I have joint custody with. Right, Monkey? That's who Addie stays with when we're running. Yeah. Well, Mommy's out on the lakefront path for 3.5 hours.
All you have to do is remember to keep the lid closed.
Well, let's see. How has our marriage been affected by the training?
You didn't ask me.
I mean, some of it's time-consuming, and I'm aware of that. And I think that our marriage hasn't been. I wouldn't say it's been negatively affected. I don't.
Get you out of my hair.
Yeah, right. It keeps me awake.
6 hours a week?
More than that.
I'm definitely a long-distance running skeptic. I don't understand it. Anything above 5 miles, that's what, public transportation and cars and taxis are for. Especially because she, ends up where she started from to begin with.
Some of my friends that run, we've talked about the difference between those of us that are always doing this and looking at our watches and the people that we kind of admire, the Zen runners, that they don't have watches. And we don't understand that. And they just go out and they do their thing. And it's just about being out there. And I try to do a little bit more of that, but I think running in general can be addictive on the, I just set another PR. Can I do this again? Can I do this again? So I try not to do it too much.
What percentage of the population?
I don't know what percentage of the population does either. Are Zen runners? I don't know.
A half. 1.
You see them. They're out there.
But they're not out there at 6:30 in the morning.
That's 2 hours.
Hey, ladies. Good soldiers. Are you okay, Pee-wee? Yeah.
Your right knee.
Right
knee here.
Yep.
And Dr. Press has seen you, and you had MRIs taken.
Correct.
And you're training for the marathon.
Correct.
And you've been developing discomfort in your knee.
Yeah.
And the MRI, I think, was just recently done, right?
Last Friday.
The
So.
19th, so less than a week old.
Yep.
Does it make a lot of noise, the knee?
No.
Moving it around, does that hurt at all, or?
No.
Relax there for me. This actually feels nice firm end point. You tender it all on the bony process here?
No.
Over in this corner?
Starts. Yeah. Right there. Yep.
Okay. When we bring you up and bend you, and then try and twist you, if it elicits pain like your face looks like, it's indicative of some injury, potentially, to the cartilage there.
Okay.
It's backed up by what the MRI shows.
Right.
It's going to be very difficult to do the marathon with this meniscus.
With it as it is right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You've been dealt a bad blow here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's something wrong that typically, needs the surgery.
Okay.
The whole bonus of this marathon is sort of, out there.
This seems a little strange to me that I can run over 140 miles a week for probably the past 8 or 9 years. I never got injured, and I'm outside in the yard and roll over a pine cone and nearly break a bone in my foot.
Your cuboid bone
There's a circular bone that sits right on the outside center of your foot and is completely a weight-bearing bone. One of the challenging things for a lot of people who are injured is that they tend to overdo it and don't allow themselves to heal. So I'm definitely making sure I'm getting in my rest time in the middle of the day and resting well at night so that I'm able to heal myself. It's been my excuse to eat more cheese and yogurt to get extra calcium in to heal my bones faster. I must say that I definitely enjoy just getting out there and hammering on the road. But I'll take this in the meantime.
When I was 7 years old, I can able to run 10 miles. From my home to school, it was about 5 miles. So I have to run morning and also have to come back to in the evening. It's like a Kenyan culture, yeah.
Brazilians are good at soccer, and Germans are good at music, and other people are good at other things. No international activity, sporting or anything, has ever been dominated so much by people from one tiny area as the Ethiopians and the Kenyans.
Now, Bebe Akila was the first, and he was a supreme talent mainly because of his smoothness, the way he could run.
He won that Olympics in 1960 in a time that equaled the world record. 4 years later, he broke the world record by 2 minutes, winning his second Olympic title. He not only won the race with this sublime control, but he then went onto the grass at the finish line and proceeded to do a series of loosening up exercises. Most of us can't even stand up at the end of a marathon, and there he was doing this set of exercises, and you felt really, I mean, this guy is incredible, that he's taken running to a level that it has never been conceived of before.
He was the first of the great, fast, modern distance runners, certainly the first of the great African distance runners, and he revolutionized the sport.
And this was, as it were, the beginning of something that we're now so familiar with, which is the dominance of African runners, East Africa and North Africa, in long-distance running events, and most especially the marathon.
For sure, we have a huge potential in Kenya. We have huge talent. It is a way of marketing our nation in the global arena.
My first time to go to Chicago was the year 2002, and I was happy because it was my first time to run with 2 hours 06, but I was number 2. After even there, the 2003, I was number 3. After the year 2004, I was number 2.